Namaste. Let's start today the second practice, the practice to connect with our energies. Chanting Om to start the class. The first pose we will do today is shoelace. Now, shoelace is external rotation pose. So if you have tight hip rotation, you might need a cushion to sit on. If you sit on a cushion, you bring your right leg forward and you cross your left leg above. The closer you bring the knees, the more rotation you will need. But even this much is okay. Yeah. There are different variations of shoelace. If you cannot do the full variation, for example, you can just do broken. So one leg in front instead of up. You can keep it here. And if this is also difficult, you can also just bring one leg in half lotus position, other leg in front of it. All of this will give you deep hip rotation depending on how deep you go. So it's not necessary to do the full position, knee over knee, but all of these are completely fine. So choose a position for yourself and get ready to go in the pose and starting the posture now. Go forward as much as you want. If possible, keep the spine straight. Remember to stay in orange zone. And now, once you have found a good position, if you are sitting on a cushion, if you are sitting on the ground, if you are doing the full shoelace, whichever is your position, observe the flow of prana in your body. You will feel the flow of energy from the soles of your feet. Like energy spraying outwards from the soles of your feet. Make sure your knees are not hurting. You have no red discomfort in your knees. Otherwise, just come slightly up or adjust your legs. Feeling the flow of prana from the soles of the feet. It might be very strong or it might be very gentle. 30 seconds more. Feeling the flow of the prana from your soles of the feet. Slowly coming up. And now changing the legs. Feel free to use a blanket under your feet if the floor is a bit hard, or under your ankles. And same thing, find a good position. Once you are in the position, you can choose to go forward or stay straight or bend deeper forward. And now bring your awareness to your crown of the head, and connect with the energy which is flowing outwards from crown of your head. Observe the energy spraying outwards from crown of your head. Feel free to adjust your position. Feel this warm energy flowing outwards from crown of your head. Thirty seconds more. And slowly come up. Straighten your legs. Shapes your legs a bit if you need. Next pose we will do is caterpillar, forward bend. You can turn sideways. Feet hip width apart. Important is sitting on the sitting bones. If you are not sitting on the sitting bones, you will need to adjust. You will either need to bend your knees so you can move forward on the sitting bones, or you might try a cushion. But most of the people will find bending the knees more comfortable, because from sitting on the cushion, you will feel more pressure under the back of the knees. Find a position, check what works best for you. You can also place bolster or a cushion under your knees like this, so they are slightly bent, so the hamstrings are released and you are able to bend forward. Yes. Once you have found a position, raise your hands, make your spine long, breathe in and go forward. Very good. Once you are in the position, bring your attention now this time to the soles of the feet and the crown of the head together, and feel and observe the flow of prana from both of the places, soles of the feet and the crown together. Take easy breaths. Only go 80% of your capacity. Do not go too deep. Feeling the flow of the energy from the crown and the soles of the feet flowing outwards. Keep breathing. And observe how with each exhalation the flow of the energy increases. Easy, relaxed, gentle breathing. Observe the energy. Is it calm? Is it excited? Is it flowing smoothly? Or is it disrupted? Feet are gently active, not pointed or not dropping out. Feel free to adjust yourself at any time you need, coming up or going more down. And keep the focus on observing the energies flowing from the crown and from the soles. Observe the source of these energies. Are they related to the breath? And 30 seconds more. Slowly come out of the pose. Shake your legs. Now we will go into a deep groin stretch. Frog. If you have a thin mat or a hard floor, you can spread a thick blanket on your mat so that your knees are protected and comfortable. So we will first see the full frog, and if it's challenging for you, then I will give you a variation. So just look at the pose. In frog, you go into all four. You start opening your knees wider, as wide they can go, and you come on your elbows. This is frog. So you will feel a lot of stretch on your inner thighs, in your groin. You can always use a bolster to rest on so you're not too deep, like this. Yeah. You can place it also just under your chest. If you want to have less pressure on your pelvis, you can also move it under your pelvis. If none of this is suitable for you, there's another variation. We call it easy frog. Please watch. You lie down on your belly. You bring your soles of the feet together, and you want to bring the soles as closer to the ground, and just rest. Now you can relax your toes, but the heels stay together. This is much lighter variation. You can choose whichever variation you like. If you do easy frog, try to experiment a little bit with your feet, with feet going away, coming in. What feels comfortable? Remember, you want to be in 80% capacity of your range of motion. So let's get into it. Starting the pose, whichever you choose. We will do it for 5 minutes. Find the position. Feet are relaxed. You can try to adjust the feet. You can check if flex works better for you, or point works better for you, or just in between. Now, once you are in the position, observe your energies. This time also observe the flow of energy from your palms. You will notice the flow of energy spraying outwards from your palms. Keep your eyes closed. Easy, gentle breath. Feeling the flow of prana from the palms. Observe the flow. Observe the intensity of the flow. Keep breathing. And feel free to adjust anytime your position so you stay in 80% range of motion and in orange zone. And slowly coming out of the pose. Take your time. Remove any bolsters or cushions if you are using. Now the last pose for today is squat pose or squatting pose. You spread your feet are slightly turned out, and then you sit down. With your elbows, you're opening your knees out, and please see the difference. You are not hanging down, you are up. That's why you use your elbows to push the knees out to stay active. So find the position, holding the pose for 3 minutes. Facial muscles relaxed. Once you have a good position, now it's possible that you will need to roll the mat to place them under your heels so you can stay balanced. Many people need to use the mat, so they roll the mat and then they have to place it under the heels, and then they can sit better. So maybe you need that. And if you cannot do this pose at all, you're falling forward or back, you can do happy baby. I will just show you. You come on your back, you bend your knees, you hold your arches from inside and you pull them down. This is happy baby. It is same like squatting pose but on your back. So you can choose between squat pose or happy baby pose. So find your pose and let's now hold it for 3 minutes. Again, focus on your breath, your inhalation and exhalations. And again, observing the energies flowing in your body. Energy flowing from the crown, from your palms, and from the heels of your feet, from the soles of your feet. All three together. You can also observe the energy flowing inside your body. Keep breathing easy, gentle, relaxed breaths. The physical body is grounded and the energy is flowing inside it. Feel free to adjust or come out of the pose anytime if you need. Some people find this pose challenging to hold for the full duration. If you have any knee issues, if you're feeling it in your knees, feel free to come out of the pose now, is enough. Otherwise, stay 30 seconds more. And now slowly come out of the pose to the sitting position. Cross leg or diamond of your choice. Concluding the class with chanting Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.